Honey, you have to go on, okay? There's a time to sow and a time to reap. You have to sow. Sorry. Excuse me. No, I liked him. I don't like him anymore. Cause you're my honey. If someone messes with you, they mess with me. That's it. I'm on a plane in a heartbeat. You let me know. When I get my phone in, you're my first call. I promise. Mm-hmm. Hit the books, get the degree. One day we'll be hanging out a shingle together. How's that? Hmm? Okay. You all right? Yes. You bet. Be strong. I love you. Bye-bye.
Yo, aside from the fact that like Brad Pitt was being like really like nice and supportive to some honey, his voice, oh, it's like so buttery, velvety, but like a little raspy. Ooh, Brad Pitt's attractiveness just goes beyond his looks. It goes to his fucking sound. Like I wish literally the sound out of my mouth was attractive to people. So already, I love prep because to me, prep when interacting with people is so much bigger than the big moment. Like kind of being introverted, being kind of held off and then be like, hey, how are you? It usually comes out really weird when you like act all extroverted out of nowhere. But like, I want you to notice that like Brad Pitt, his character in this, he's interacting with his environment at all times. Like, you know, he kind of knocked over some stuff like the ketchup bottles in the back, but like it shows that he's not like, hey, and he's not whispering on the phone. Like he's loud on the phone. He is comfortable in his world. I want you to look again. We're gonna rewind it a little bit. Just him drinking the orange juice, the little acknowledgement he did, oh, I'm good. That little bit is him interacting with everything around him, interacting with his environment. I love how I'm breaking down him drinking orange juice and like a little thing. But like to me, this stuff is really actually important. So like most people, if they're at a diner, first of all, they'll be pretty quiet on the phone. And then when they're interacting, like they're kind of keeping to themselves. Even the waiter, they're just like, oh yeah, can I get that? Yeah. But let's go back to just how he interacted with his environment. He's looking around him. He's looking at the waiter. He's looking at her. Automatically, he's already acknowledging his environment. He's in the moment. This signals to people that he's the type of person that likes life, that has a good life, that is happy in life. Because when you are constantly acknowledging everything around you, it shows that you don't feel uncomfortable. It shows that you don't negatively judge. It shows that you are like socially kind of like, oh, I don't want to disrespect. I don't want to be rude. It's like only kind of insecure people think about this stuff that way. When you just have love to give, when you just feel good wherever you are, you feel so comfortable to show appreciation just with small eye contact with anybody around you. Here's this little orange juice moment. He had a little cough and then the fucking waiter didn't even give a shit. But Brad Pitt is engaging with his environment. And then look, he's looking off to her. Was she looking at him? I want to peek at her. Hold on, let's rewind again. He looks, no. She gets sugar. He's just active in his environment. All right, hold up. She looked, but I have to, it's so far away. They're so far away, I can't look at them at the same time. He kind of lightly says morning. He doesn't do it in like a creepy way. It's like, morning, hey! If you're too engaged, it's like, all right, something's off. But he just did it in a light way, just like morning or whatever. I can't act. You get it. He's making friends. He's just being friendly. Simple.
I was talking kind of loud there. I'm sorry.
Oh, not at all.
So now he's just, again, he's being friendly. He's starting conversation with the pretty woman that's next to him because they're both alone. Yeah, she's writing on something. I think a lot of people would go, oh, she's writing on something. Don't be rude. Come on, man. We're humans. We want to interact. We want to make friends. We want to be friendly with each other. It's okay if somebody's busy. It's not going to ruin their life.
It was fascinating.
Usually, if somebody speaks to a stranger, like at a coffee shop, at a cafe, at a diner, and say, so I was being kind of loud over there, sorry about that, have a good morning. And she goes, oh, it was fascinating. Usually it'll end right there and they'll kind of go on with their day. And that's because they're both kind of like, you know, people are not that social with strangers. I wish they were more so. This is kind of like a big thing. I want to get the world to be more social, to be more loving to each other, just to be more friendly, especially in cities.
Yeah, what was fascinating about it?
He's engaging her with more conversation. What was fascinating about it? Now, he's choosing to go the whole like, oh, well, I'm being casual while eating. I'm not really looking at you. But just as easily, he could have just been, oh yeah, really? What was fascinating about it? And started an actual conversation with her. It really doesn't matter from there.
You and, honey?
It's my kid's sister. She just broke up with her boyfriend and was thinking about dropping out of law school.
I'm sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. That's the way it is with men and women, isn't it?
Okay, so now what he's doing is threading. What most of the time happens with strangers is they'll have a conversation, a very, very small conversation about the topic at hand. It was him talking on the phone. Sorry. Oh, I was talking about my sister. Okay, have a nice day. What did he do right there? He took the topic and he expanded it. He brought it out. So if you see like a ball of thread, you take the topic and you pull it somewhere else, right? And then if you take that thread, you pull that apart and then there's more stuff to talk about. You take that thread, there's more, and so on and so on. And so what he's doing now is he's kind of going into like a general realm. Oh, well, this is this about life. But he's expanding the topic of conversation to the next topic. But he's doing it in a way where it's kind of like really laid back, chill. And the reason why they're playing that in this movie is because they're really, really trying to sell the fact that this is just a nice guy that's not trying to get laid, not trying to manipulate a woman. If he was showing too much interest, it would have come off that way. Now in real life, that doesn't matter. People in real life feel the difference regardless of how you're acting. If you are very engaged with somebody or if you're not, it's on the inside what really counts. And what I mean by that is your intentions. People feel the intention over the actions, right? So it's in the small little micro expressions of how he would have acted if he was more engaged in making strong eye contact with her. She would have been able to feel, oh, well, could feel the creepiness. I could tell that he really just wants to, gain me rather than connect with me. Or she could have gone, oh yeah, and I'm definitely feeling connection, chemistry vibes here.
What's the way?
Nothing lasts.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Really?
She says, yeah, I agree. He could have went on with that. They could have continued eating. But now he's continuing conversation. She says, yeah, I agree. Really? Tell me about it. So he's asking her to engage with him even more by, once again, expanding the conversation further.
Why? I'm interested.
The whole no, I'm interested thing is because they're strangers, right? They're not really supposed to have like this long, drawn out, deep conversation at a diner when they don't know each other. So no, I'm interested is that saying like, no, I mean like, listen, I'm not just, being weird here. Like, I'm actually interested. This is an interesting topic to me and I'm interested in your opinion. It's a show of ingenuity. It's a show of authenticity.
I was just trying to be agreeable.
So in that way, she's cutting off the conversation, or it may seem. I mean, if I was in Brad Pitt's shoes, I wouldn't take it as that. I would take it as her just being honest, but some people could be like, oh, wow, that was a clear sign to stop talking to her.
Okay, all right. I was sharpshooter.
So that smile shows that Brad Pitt was not deterred by what she said, not offended, not, oh my God, I was coming off confident, but now that you said this small little thing, I'm fucking insecure and I'm gonna go home and cry all day. No, I mean, he's a happy person. You saw he was engaging with his environment. So that smile, it made her realize, oh, nothing's that serious, like we're just having light conversation here.
It's that nothing lasts stuff, man. That was a problem with Honey's guy. He didn't know what he wanted, so he's fooling around, and she catches him at it. Like one girlfriend isn't enough for him.
So now what's going on is Brad feels compelled to express himself because the feeling is still inside of him. The phone call is still happening in his head. He's still thinking about the situation with his little sister. So he has to express it, especially with somebody that's now knows what the situation is. Again, comes off authentic, comes off natural.
So you're a one-girl guy.
Yes.
It showed values when he was expressing himself, which is what happens when you express your personal perspective on something. And when she picked up on a certain value that she probably connected with and confirmed it.
That's right.
Right.
Looking for her right now, actually. Who knows? You might be her.
So that's clear flirting right there. I'm looking for her right now, actually. Who knows, you might be her. There's no question about that. That is Brad now showing I am actually interested in you past making friends or making like random conversation with a stranger. I'm actually attracted to you. I'm interested in something more. Which, by the way, is a very important thing to do in any relationship, whether it's intimate or not. Express what you like about that person and where you'd like it to go. Now, when it comes to a romantic situation such as this, it's so important to do it early on and as soon as you feel it, which is exactly what happened. Brad was feeling it and he expressed it. This is the difference between two people that end up in the friend zone together and two people that don't. Expressing your attraction as soon as you feel it. Not, well, I feel it, but like, it's not the right time because, and then you rationalize why you shouldn't really do it when you know that's just bullshit. And so then you keep putting it off and you keep putting it off and you keep putting it off. And that's the friend zone. You don't get in the friend zone by treating somebody like your best friend and expressing your attraction to them. You get in the friend zone by just treating somebody like your best friend, not expressing your attraction to them.
I got the new job, trying to get in this apartment.
So now what he did is he's purposefully talking more about his life because he's kind of opening the conversation between them. He's inviting her to say, oh, well, tell me about stuff or whatever. Just show more interest in him.
Anyway, so you're a doctor.
How'd you know?
Because everyone's a doctor around here. This apartment building, everyone's in green slippers, green pajamas. The guy I'm waiting for to vacate, doctor.
He's a doctor.
What kind of doctor?
So right there, she shows that like she's trying to work and she is getting interrupted. But at the same time, I mean, like she's kind of like trying to figure out, do I get this work done or do I chat with this hunky guy? I don't know what to do, but I guess I'll just keep chatting because he's engaging with me. Again, some people could go, oh, well, this is rude. He should let her be, you know, do her work. But come on, man. We're people. Let's freaking build relationships. Let's talk to strangers. Come on. If she really doesn't want to interact with him, she'll say, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get some work done. That's all. And do that. Listen, if you're ever getting interacted with somebody, it's okay to say, I'm sorry, I'm doing this, or I'm sorry. It's not going to like make somebody depressed. They're going to go, all right, whatever. You can do that. And even if you don't do that and, oh man, I felt uncomfortable because somebody was talking to me, it's not the end of the world. As long as this person is coming off authentic and real and has no ulterior motives, it's fine. The problem comes up when a man or anybody is approaching somebody because they just want to gain a person for their, you know, Pokemon collection, because that'll make them feel validated by other guys or other people, make them feel cool, make them feel powerful. That is objectification. That is what is creepy. That is what is unacceptable. That's what people get so uncomfortable about. However, if you are genuinely interested in starting relationships with people, and that is so clear to people that you're interacting with, you should never, ever feel guilty about starting interactions just like this. By the way, I want to interrupt this very important video for a very important message. Speaking of dating and all that, that's what we talk about on this channel. I have a new free online dating class. You can get it in the link in the description. It's a 25-minute video teaching you the one change that you can make in your online dating approach, which will guarantee that you only end up with dates that you're attracted to. All of my subscribers have taken it. If you have not taken it yet, man, come on, you gotta take it. I'll also remind you at the end of this video, but let's get back into Meet Joe Black.
I'm a resident, internal medicine.
So if I needed a doctor, you could be it.
I could be her. Yeah.
You could be her.
Yeah, I could.
So this is some pretty direct flirting right here, and she's still in this neutral zone. She's not taking it super positively, but in reality, this is actually pretty real to life to how somebody would respond to this. So that's why this is a great video. And I haven't seen this in years, but this holds up so much better than 40-Year-Old Virgin. In most cases, when you're interacting with a stranger, they're going to react like this, and that is okay. It will feel more uncomfortable for somebody to react super positively because, I don't know, I mean, they're shy. There's so many reasons why they won't, but it's usual that if they're neutral and they're continuing conversation, and if you're really perceptive and you're really watching the person, you'll be able to tell for the small little tells that they're trying to signal to you that they are uncomfortable. Here, Brad Pitt probably hasn't noticed any of them aside from the fact that she's working and yeah, she's kind of balancing a conversation with getting to work. In my opinion, that's not enough to cut this conversation off. But again, it is important to watch for these little tells that somebody could be putting out, because one of them is like just a very kind of continual nodding and smiling. Yeah, oh yeah. So the difference is, are they actually investing in the conversation with you? Are they actually giving themselves to you, expressing themselves, asking you questions? She is, so she qualifies, right? If they're just going, oh yeah, oh that's so cool, all that type of stuff, that's clear sign that they're probably not that interested.
I'm working at the hospitals.
I see. This is a lucky day. Just get in the big bad city. Not only do I find a doctor, but a beautiful woman as well.
So this was Brad Pitt's third expression of attraction in her in a couple minutes. It's a lot. He's putting it on strong right now, but I mean, if he's attracted, he's attracted. I wouldn't advise so much so soon because it will start coming off a little creepy. But if we're really looking at Brad Pitt's vibe and the way he's interacting, it's so soft and it's so kind of just calm, supportive, not that creepy, not overbearing. So it kind of balances out. It's kind of okay. Also, the fact that he's extremely attractive gives him a little more of a pass than like a regular looking guy.
Do you mind me saying that?
Oh yeah, no, of course. No, it's fine. It's fine.
So right now she gave what I would call a negative response to what he said. But I would actually say that he would be kind of breaking the social rules of expressing attraction, where when you express attraction to a person, it's important to move on to the next subject quickly so as not to leave that stink in the air. Because to say, oh, I find you very attractive, like you're waiting for the person to reciprocate, to respond positively to what you say, which is just not good social skills. So it's gonna make her uncomfortable, which it did, and it made her kind of go back to her thing. Now, if he said it and then he moved on to the next topic, she probably wouldn't be reacting in such a way. However, it's obvious that Brad Pitt is so confident in himself, he's so happy with life that nothing really is getting to him. Stuff like this, little things like somebody not reacting so positively to his expression of attraction. It looks like, you know, you see this big, beautiful smile on his face. He looks like nothing's gonna get to him.
Listen, could I buy you a cup of coffee?
All right, so it's really the fourth time, and it's getting to be a lot. But, you know, if he senses something, and it seems as though his social skills are good enough where he can sense that this is okay, that it's gonna work out. But let's see how she responds.
I have some patients coming in, so I should probably
Yeah, I gotta
go.
get to the apartment and get off to work. I'd still like to have another cup of coffee.
Again, this is like his fifth expression, his intentions made with her. He's being pushy. She literally was like, I'm gonna leave. But in this case, we're just gonna add it up to the fact that like Brad senses that she's interested somehow. I would say personally, I don't sense it. And so I would say just kind of end it right here. Cut your losses, move on. There's a lot of people. What we're seeing here is Brad senses something, because I'm going off of the fact that this is an authentic person, somebody that actually is interested in her. So if that is the case, he's not being needy. He doesn't want to use her. He's not being creepy, is what I'm basically saying, despite the fact that this is how a creepy person would act.
So let me do that?
Well, yeah, okay.
Deal.
No, it was a great scene. He sends something and it paid off because she did say okay. I'm guessing that what he sensed is that she probably has had a bad past, and she signaled that by saying, oh, you're a one woman type of guy. And that probably told him, okay, she's probably used to a lot of creepy guys, and I'm sensing that from her. So her kind of hesitance in getting into a relationship with another creepy guy that just wants to use her. And so that's why I think he pushed further than he probably normally would.
Kind of a pro bono job.
Pro bono.
Already, you could tell that a lot of time has passed. He's taken off his jacket, and now she is fully engaged. She's making very strong eye contact with him, smiling, but still a little shy. She turns her head down when she smiles and laughs, while Brad seems to be really directly looking at her without moving his face around whatsoever.
Meaning doing good?
That's me.
Gonna be doing good all your life?
I know what you're saying. It doesn't pay so well, but I like it. Eventually, it'll depend on the woman I marry, I think. Maybe someone lots of kids, bigger house, better car. College doesn't come cheap, you know. I don't know.
So now him like talking about, oh, the woman I marry, it's like putting it on too thick. It's a little too much now. And I think that would be means for her to get uncomfortable and start questioning him.
Give up what you want for the woman you marry.
Yeah, you know what? I would.
Yeah?
Gladly. Because you make your choices, you know? So you and I, if we were married, I would... No, for example, okay? If you and I were married, I would want to give you what you need. That's all. I'm talking about taking care of each other the best you can. What's wrong with taking care of a woman? She takes care of you.
You'll have a hard time finding a woman like that these days.
Shoot, you think so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Lightning could strike.
So right now, I think in her head, she's going like, is this guy really who he's putting himself out to be? I'm so used to my past relationships with douchebag after douchebag. And she's trying to figure out, like, he seems a little too perfect. He's coming off a little too perfect. And I felt that way when he started going, oh, the woman I marry and all that, and give her all these things. That's when it was like, all right, dude, come on, calm down. You're really trying to showboat yourself. But she's falling for it.
I've got to go.
Yeah. Listen, did I say something wrong?
No.
No?
No.
Sure.
No. It was so right. It scares me. That's all.
You know, I was thinking I don't want you to be my doctor. I don't want you to examine me and...
Why?
Because I like you so much.
That came off the most authentic and real. And it shows because now that they had a real conversation and they got to know each other, saying, I like you so much, it made her believe that. Where at first, you know, he was being pushy, but he was really exhibiting such good social skills that it worked. She felt, yeah, this guy's attracted to me. He seems to be really sweet. You know, he was talking to his kid's sister. He really cares for her. You know, he's talking about his life. So he was expressing himself. He was getting vulnerable. He was getting her to interact. But it wasn't until right now that she really is gonna fall for him because it's validated now. Him saying, I like you so much. At this time, it comes off clear. I got to know you. Now, think about what most people talk about these days. It's like, oh, don't show your interest too early. Don't blah, blah, blah. You're gonna be simp. You're gonna be best friended. But people don't understand. It's the difference in how needy you are that actually matters. If you're needy and you say this stuff, they're going to go, oh, he's needy. That's why he's saying it. But if you say it and you're not needy and you just like the person, you're attracted to them, you want to be with them, but you don't need to. That's what needy means. If I don't be with you, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to continue being sad. That's dehumanizing the other person. It says, I'm going to put responsibility onto you for my own happiness, which is not what a person is supposed to do, which is why it's dehumanizing. It's objectifying the person, which is why that person feels uncomfortable. They also see that that person is not happy on their own, which is obviously unattractive. There's such a big difference between a happy, confident, content person expressing their interest in a person, as opposed to somebody that's needy, that's unhappy, that has no purpose in life, doesn't care about their body, doesn't care about keeping this thing healthy, and then them expressing their interest. It's coming from two completely different places. It feels really good and validating when somebody that's very happy in their own life expresses that interest into you. Somebody that's not needy compared to somebody that is. So it's not the act of expressing interest in somebody that's the problem. It's the source that matters.
And I don't want to examine you.
You don't? Why not?
Because I like you so much. Oh boy, okay.
So why she laughed and said, oh boy, okay, is because she didn't even see herself giving that much. Because again, she's been hurt in the past. She's protecting herself. She doesn't want to get hurt again. But she was able to get vulnerable because he was vulnerable first. She saw that he got vulnerable and expressed how he felt about her. That enabled her to go, I'm going to get vulnerable too. But she was scared of doing it. When she said it and it felt right and it felt good and she trusted herself, she laughed because it was like a sigh of relief.
Now I gotta go, so...
Yeah, understood.
Okay, all right.
Fair enough. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So wait, like, I forget, did they get the phone numbers here? Or did he forget to ask for the phone number? Or did they do it in the diner already? Confused, like, why are they looking back? Why does he want to go? Did he not get her number? Did he say, I like you so much? She said, I like you so much. This is perfect. This is so right. And then they just didn't exchange contact information. Very weird. And now, wait, she turns around and Brad gets fucking plastered. Wait, not yet. Wait. Now she comes back. She's gone. Neither saw each other look back. Bada! So sad. That's so fucking sad. This is why it's a good movie. It's a weird movie. Like, it starts off really romantic and then it goes like really weird, but awesome. Like, basically Brad Pitt's character becomes like the devil or something like that. So weird. Anyway, really good movie. Hope you liked this breakdown. Now actually is the time you can click the link in the description for the 25-minute free online dating class that teaches you the one change you can make to your online dating approach that actually guarantees only dates that you find attractive and have chemistry with. There's one more thing I want to tell you about, guys. This is really important, so please don't go. Don't click, okay? I started a new podcast. The great thing about this podcast is I do it 2 times a week, but that's not the great thing. It's that I live stream it on a new channel. You could also click the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe and all bell notifications. Why? Because when you get the notification when I'm going live, that makes you have a more fun time than if you watch it afterwards, which is fine, but it's just more boring because you want to be in the live chat with everyone chatting it up. And you also have the ability to come and ask me questions on Zoom live while I'm live streaming. The other cool thing is I bring my viewers up, 2 of them at a time, and I put them on a fake date, and then I coach them throughout the date. That's another thing I do. I call it mock dates. Third thing is talk about weird dating stories. I'll bring people up. You could tell me your weird dating stories. And then I also have a lot of creator friends that come up. You know, a couple weeks ago, I had my buddy Chris Chan come on, and I have a lot more fun people planned in the future. Basically, my podcast betas is the antithesis. It's the anti-dating show. It's the anti anti-red pill pickup artist show. So everybody that understands that all of that shit is bullshit, it's just made for angry people to try to validate themselves and make them feel smart because, oh, I know the real philosophy in life. Come on. It is a podcast for you. I hope you're there. It's very new. There's not a lot of subscribers yet, so you could get in on the ground floor, baby. When you're chatting, I'll actually be able to see your chats. You'll be able to jump in. There won't be a long line for you to ask questions to me. Sometimes there's nobody, and I just feel stupid. So subscribe to my new channel, betas, in the description, all notifications, because damn, when I go live and you get that notification, it feels so good to see the people flood in. Not a lot of people, like 20. All right, bye-bye.